Hey guys, welcome to my video. Today I am getting ready for work and we're going to be doing a Halo Smoky Eye. So first we are going in with the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. Gosh, that's a mouthful. This was a little sample I got in an order from Sephora. I'm just smoothing that all over my face, and then I'm going in with the Smashbox Original Primer, and I'm taking that just right in the center of my face where my pores show the most. Now we're taking the Makeupforever Ultra HD Stick Foundation in the shade 127. And if you'll notice, my face is a little lighter than the foundation, but my neck and the rest of me is tan. I used my Real Techniques sponge to blend that in, and now I'm going into my MAC Prolongwear Concealer in the shade NC20 and concealing under my eyes. This concealer is great, especially if you have watery eyes or cry a lot, because it is a waterproof concealer. And now I'm going to take my Bareminerals BarePro powder and I'm going to set underneath my eyes. It's the shade 9. I'm using my Bareminerals brush. It's a shaping and finishing brush to set underneath my eyes. Excuse the funny faces. And now I'm taking the Bareminerals BarePro powder in the shade 12 and setting my face with my Cosmetics powder brush. Now I'm going with the Marc Jacobs bronzer in the shade Tantric. I'm just going to bronze my face up. The brush I'm using is a Morphe brush. I will leave all the brushes, the numbers, the names down in the description box. And if you notice me looking to the left, or the right, in this video, it's because I am watching Netflix while I'm doing this. I am watching The Mysteries of Laura. It's a funny crime show that I just found on Netflix recently. I'm just going to bronze away. So I'm trying to figure out how to get this voiceover thing down pat. It is a lot of work. Right there I took my Cosmetics powder brush and just blended out the bronzer. Now we're going in with my MAC Mineralize blush in the shade Petal Power, and this works perfect as a blush and a highlight because it has a nice golden sheen to it. I'm just going to blend that out. Now we're going to take my Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade 1. I'm going to run that through my brows. If you're looking for something simple for your brows that has color, it's got a little bit of fibers in it and a gel and it's just easy, this is definitely for you. Now I'm taking my MAC brow pencil in the shade Brunette. I'm just going to start creating some shape. And I left some of the clips a little slower so you could see the technique that I'm using. I am drawing a line underneath and just kind of elongating the tail of my brow a little bit. Then I'm going to go to the front of my brow and create some brow strokes by going up. And then as I go towards the end of my brow again, I'm going to create a line on top to connect with the tail of the brow. I love this brow pencil. I used the Anastasia Brow Wiz for a while, and then I switched to this one, and I have not bought the Anastasia one again. I'm just using the spoolie and going through it. And here I'm taking the Bareminerals BarePro powder and this brush from Bareminerals and just kind of cleaning up a little bit. I'm using the Bareminerals powder as well to set my eyelids. And then right here I'm using the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel just to set my brows in place. And I always pull up because it really makes the hair look more feathered and more natural. I'm taking the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette and taking the shade Silk Cream and MFEO on a Morphe brush. And I'm just going to kind of messily throw that in the crease. Normally I would speed through this as well, but I wanted you to really be able to see what I was doing, so I left some of the eyeshadow clips a little slower so you could really see. I'm just going back and forth, dipping in those shades and just kind of creating the intensity that I want. Now I'm going with the shade Mocha. I'm using the brush that comes in the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. using a little dense side of the brush, and I'm just using Mocha underneath my lower lash line just to make it smoky. And now I'm using the other side of the brush in the Mocha shade to start packing on the darker brown on the outer crease, and then the inner corner of my eye as well. And if you can tell, I'm going back and forth from the different ends of the brush just to pack the color on and then blend it out. Now I'm using a fluffy brush that just has a little bit of the Bareminerals BarePro and just powder on it and just blending out a little bit. I find when you work with dark browns, it just requires a lot of blending, even if the shadow is amazing. Now I'm going in with the shade Hunts from the Morphe palette and creating some warmth in my crease. I love using warm browns. And I'm taking the Mocha shade and just building more intensity. I think I mix the shade Chip in with the Mocha every once in a while just to make a little more depth. How many times am I going to say depth in this video? Just to create a little more darkness with it as well. Doing the same thing on this side. And I normally leave a space empty in the center of my eye when I do this look, but I just was like, whatever. I'm going to cover it up with a metallic shadow anyway, so you won't even be able to tell. You'll have to leave a comment telling me whether you like me leaving the clips slow like this or if it was a little too much. But I really wanted you to be able to see what I was doing so you felt like you could recreate the look. And here I'm taking the Morphe brush that has just a little bit of BarePro over top of the eyeshadow just to make sure that it's blended seamlessly. Taking a little bit more of Hunts just to create more depth. There's that word again. I'm doing the same thing with the BarePro powder, just blending out those lines. You don't have to create as much depth as I do. You don't have to make it as dark if you don't want to. You can make it a lot lighter, but I really wanted it to be really smoky. Just blending with that brush that has a little bit of Hunts just to make sure that it's smooth. Now I'm taking the shade Obsessed. I'm just packing that on with my finger. Whenever I use a metallic shade, I love to use my finger. I feel like I get the best color payoff. I'm going to use my pinky to kind of blend that in. And then I am going to take a brush too and just blend out the edges of that as well. I've already hit pan on this color. You could say I'm obsessed with this shade, Obsessed. If you do not have the Jaclyn Hill palette, I definitely recommend it. I love my palette. The quality of the shadows is incredible. It has like every color you could want, even fun colors in case you're feeling wild. I've done the same technique with the teal green color that comes in the Jaclyn Hill palette. I've used the Obsessed in the center and it was beautiful. I'm just blending, blending, blending. And I put on some mascara. Now we're taking the NYX Lingerie Liquid Lipstick in the shade 3 Lace Detail. I love the shade of this. It's a really beautiful nude. The formula of these lasts really well. I'm taking the Ardell Wispie Lashes. Love this style. It's my everyday lashes. And I use the Duo Glue in the shade Clear. And I left this clip so you could see what I'm doing. I am going to be doing an in-depth tutorial on false lashes, how to apply them, how to choose which ones are for you, how to cut them, that kind of thing. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe so you get the notification. I'm just kind of pressing the lashes into my own lashes. And I used a little bit of eyeliner just to cover up the glue. Now we're going with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. My absolute favorite setting spray. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and the smoky eye. If you create it, please tag me, Makeup by SAC on Instagram. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe to see more content from me. And I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your families. And I will see you all soon. Bye.